we're gonna paint a portrait of a gentleman. All right, let's do this. I was in my beautician's booth and I saw somebody came in and he was handsome and he had long hair and it was in a bandana. Man, anything with no hair I love. And I said, hey, can I take a picture of you? And he said, sure. I thought I was weird. I said, I'm an artist. I'm just looking for pictures. So let's talk about this picture and things that I need to fix before I ever paint it. So first thing, I took the picture. No problems with copyright. Sure, I'm looking for things that were gonna trip me up. I don't want to, in the middle of it, go, oh. So I'm looking for things. What would make things easier, would make it more interesting? Do I have problems with lights and darks? So we're gonna look at each thing. The first thing I do is I go to a notarizer and I look at it. Is there a shape that goes from one side to the other? Mostly. That will work. Where it goes up to the mouth, through here, works over here, and works over here. And then I'm gonna actually send it off that side of the painting. So I've got an idea for that. Okay, that's cool. Second issue. This was an inside picture. There's different lights coming from different sources, and that's wishy-washy painting. So I have to adjust for a little bit of this. So when I've gotten into the 4-value notarizer, I can see that it doesn't really say one side where the light side is. I'm going to determine and I'm going to change it by saying, okay, this is my dark side, that's my light side. And I'm gonna change it just a tad to make it more obvious so you know where the light and dark is. This guy has blue with orange, complementary colors, bandana. So I'm looking at that. Would that be distracting? When I don't want him to look at, people to look at the bandana. So I have to look at that. So I have to either make it more muted or change colors a little bit. Other thing is, there is lettering. Lettering are also distracting, and I don't want you to look at the top of his bandana. So I'm gonna get rid of the lettering. Unless there's some reason that tells you about, it's something with the picture, it isn't really helpful. So for that, I'm gonna forget this. I'm going to try to still use some of geometric forms, but maybe softer, not that important. Maybe even I'll just kind of let things just go out and not worry about it. I just want enough information to say, oh yeah, that's a bandana. Good enough. You look for things that would be distracting. You don't want to get rid of that because it's not important. You want to decide what colors you're gonna use before you paint. So it looks like brown eyes with a red beard. Do I want that? Maybe, I don't know. Do I want his eyes to be blue? How about I could do green eyes? I don't know this guy, he doesn't care if I change his colors. So, and how is that gonna tie into the scarf and the jacket? Or a hoodie. So how is that gonna tie in? Do I do blue eyes, blue bandana, and maybe a bluish, grayish hoodie? Maybe I should use green eyes. I should run with some greens. And at that point, do I want a dark or a light background? All that has to be decided before you actually paint. You want to problem solve before your paint. So let's do this. Let's go paint this gentleman. A yellow, different kinds of reds, and a little bit of blue. I'm just gonna set it right there because I really don't want to. I'm just gonna have a little water and I can just snag. I won't do that to the end. I may put this a little here and there. Now I'm gonna go ahead and throw color in that. It doesn't really matter. He may be a redhead in the bottom. I haven't decided. He definitely was a redhead in the beard. And so I'm just gonna kind of see how that goes. You know, whatever happens, fine. Here I plan on, so there's the dark here, it goes here, it loops here, and probably in this area it'll be a dark. So it goes here, dark, and goes back out. So I'm actually thinking about design. I'm thinking about what I'm doing and why I'm doing it. So let's just start. No, I'm doing, there's no real rhyme or reason on this. I'm just having a good time. I may move it around a little bit. I think I'm a little too dry. I need a little bit more oomph. And what am I doing? I am just getting color. I'm not really worried about how it looks. It's just color because you know what? And you notice how juicy it is. And if it's not juicy, I'm gonna make it juicy. And I'm gonna do some, I love that, just for fun. You know, I'm all into having a good time, man. If it's not having a good time, then I don't wanna. Now, I do like that. Now, I'm actually looking, and I'm looking for those whites of the eyes. That's the big thing that I'm looking for. And so I'm kind of going around and making sure that I hit that. It's probably the only thing I'm gonna be actually a little careful of is right there. Oh, still hit it. I knew I would, doggone it. And I'm just bringing it down. I'm using different colors. I'm putting a little bit, I think I'm gonna put some of this. This would be a pretty color. And yeah, I like that. You know, when you have redheads, that color looks really nice, and I just think that'd be fun. You can see as it kind of mixes, it becomes a skin tone no matter what I do. If I just use those colors and keep doing it, and as long as I'm going, I'm not actually playing, I'm done over there. Wherever I've done up top, I just leave it alone. As long as I don't play, and it's very juicy, I can just get a beautiful wash, and it really won't be a problem. And I know that these colors and that will make it gray. Now, can you see all this juicy stuff? Now, I don't go back and play. That was it. I'm done. It took less than what, 2-3 minutes? I've kept my whites. It's the only part that I really care about, and I'm gonna blow dry. So you're looking at this and you're thinking, what did you do? I know that's what you're thinking because I think about that sometimes. Let me tell you what I did. I purposely messed it up because once I messed it up, it's done now. It's okay because I've already messed it up. So if I blow it, not the end of my world. I'm gonna let it go. I get very nervous. Do you guys get nervous? I get nervous. That's why I did that, in case you're wondering. Because now I've already messed it up. There we go, we're done now. We'll see what happens. Now I'm gonna focus on the face. So, and I've also got a background. A lot of people, what I find people do is they go and they do the face. Then they don't know what to do with the hat. and now they don't know what to do with the background. And so rather than doing that, what I would like to do is just simply have color. Once there's color, there's color. And it's so light that it's probably maybe a 2. It really is nothing. No, it's barely a 2. So it really is easy peasy, no big deal. I'm gonna go down to a 14. Again, I try to keep it very loose. There's a dark here. So now when I'm looking, I'm gonna make this side of the face a little bit more darker than that. This area, I'm gonna do a very light. So here's my goal. I'm gonna do everything but the eyes and the teeth, and probably this nose right here. You know what I need? Red brown. It has this really, and I planned on using it. I thought I had it in the palette, and I don't. I think I'm gonna pop it right in the corner here. And for his beard, I'm gonna mix that with red, and I think that will be nice. Now, this looks way too orangey, so I'm gonna go back with more pinky, and I'm gonna calm this down with a little bit of blue. Normally, if it was the hair, I would simply go right back into the hair. But now, there's definitely gonna be a red always where that ear is. So I'm just gonna, look at that. Oh my, and I know you're thinking, oh my God, what did she do? It really won't hurt anything, I promise. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and put some red in the lips. And I'm gonna go back to this. And what am I doing? I'm going from top to bottom. Now, I totally skipped that eye. Let me get some color there too. Now, I probably made a mess because I shouldn't have gotten over there. I gotta start from the top to the bottom. I get much less in trouble if I just, if I don't just, and I want that to be kind of light, okay. And I don't know if you can see, but I'm adding water because I don't want it to be hard. I'm gonna skip through that teeth. I'm not going to do anything for the moment on this side, so I'm just gonna kind of soften it up and let it do its thing. And I'm gonna focus on the other side, but I'm softening to make sure that I don't have any issues. So let's go back to this. I'm looking for the right color. Maybe even calm it down a little bit. Yeah, I like that better. Now I know there's going to be a little light blue right here. I'm just gonna tap some in. I'm kind of outlining the nose because this is my darker side of the face, and I'm purposely making it darker. I am saying you are my darker side. And so that's, you know, an option. I chose that. always going to be underneath. I know you're thinking, oh my God, what are you doing? But the reality is, it always looks like that. And I don't know why, but it does. It's all good. I'm just softening it because I'm working on one side and I don't want to get confused. Soft so that I can just kind of tap it in there. Now I'm going to bring it right on down because I have a darker shade here. And I'm going to bring it right down, but it's more of a skin tone. Now, I would like to go out and play with this, but if I do, I am going to immediately get a huge mess because you can see it's already starting to dry. So if I go play anymore, all I'm gonna do is have issues. So I want to make sure I don't lose my lights. Okay, going to go ahead and blow dry. Okay, I kind of skipped this area. I kind of went that way and then just kind of softened it. So I could come back through here, but I think I'm just gonna continue working this side and then I'll come back because that'll kind of tell me how much value I'm gonna have to have. So I'm looking here. And so on this side, I'm a 4. So see, as dark as that looks, it really isn't. It's very, very light. So I'm going to start here. You can't really blow if you're just doing a wash. You can come back through. Now I noticed I purposely left an area that could go outside. So what color his eyes are going to be? I can do any color I want, which I do love. But I think he needs to have blue eyes. Does that feel right to you? It feels right to me. You know, I look for kind of what am I gonna love about? And I think I need bluish greenish eyes. Is one darker than the other? Well, I can choose to make it darker. So I think this will be my light eye. And again, I'm just going ahead and just softening it in. I'm not fighting it. I need a red dot in between here. Yeah, you know, I know it looks really dark, but the reality is it really won't be when it's all... something with the eyebrows, just so I kind of know what's going on there. work on that little area. Now I'm gonna come through and work on the mouth. Right now it looks a little too red, but we're gonna see. We'll look at it and we'll think about it. Let's go ahead and work on more on the teeth. Now there's going to be a shadow right here, and it kind of goes, you can see it goes in and out, in and out. Totally skipped that part. And this actually looks like this dark just kind of goes out into the, whoops, a little bit too. If you don't like something, just immediately soften it out. That always fixes it. I'm gonna try to show that there's like teeth there. Okay. And kind of outline the beard a little bit. I'm looking for this little shape right here because all of this is covered, but it's really light. Just kind of going in and out, in and out. And I'm kind of looking at the way it's moving. Are at, and I'm looking at how this moves this way. So at least now I can kind of see where it's at. Okay. I'm going to soften this. See how hard that is? I'm just going to soften it. I can always add more if I don't like something, but for the moment, I'm just going to soften it. Doesn't always meet in the middle because then this one goes here. Through it, but this looks like it's like a line work, a line work. work on on the eyes a little bit, maybe on this a little bit. I mean, we have things we're going. It's coming. And yes, is the nose the correct color? But look, the values are just the same. And there's actually is a shadow underneath the nose. That'll help too. So, you know, I'm working it. I'm gonna go down to an 8 for the eyes. And again, I am not doing a perfect job. I just kind of feeling myself a way out here. What colors do I want? Trying to get a little information in the eyes. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Just add water. When you don't like it, just immediately pop it up. No big. To be really dark yet. I'm still trying to just kind of sneak into this. Now I have a really, really hard edge. So I'm gonna go all the way over and I'm gonna go straight and soften at edge. See, I'm playing with the eyes just for fun of it. That makes it so fun, you know, to allow it to just have depth. Again, this will be have to done again, but it's just an idea of where I'm going towards. work. Now, it doesn't have to be the exact same color. So, and I do like though what I've got going on there, but I'm gonna make it lighter, like this is the lighter side. Now, if you're noticing what I'm doing, but I'm actually is rolling that, so I try to set it up so it's a nice tip. And soften, soften. Everything's soft. We don't put anything just, you know, hard. Sure, so I'm gonna stop. When I don't not sure if I'm liking what I'm doing, I stop. So let me do a little bit more of his eyebrows. This side does not have that light golden blonde here. There's a dark here. This is all like, this is really light. So let's go with a big brush. So I'm gonna grab this color that I use, this one, and I'm gonna mix that one, and that should give me a little gray tone. And you can see I'm basically just using whatever I have floating around because it doesn't have to be pretty. This is, there you go. It's just using the same colors that I have in there, and I may change it. I don't really care that this is sitting out and sticking out a little bit. I can either clean it up a little bit or put color there, or, you know, I'll figure it out later. I'm not really worried about that. In fact, I even like the fact that it is a little soft, because I don't know exactly what I'm gonna do with that, but you know, yeah, I'll put some of this because I have it in the hair and stuff, so it's not as important. It's why it's, and I'm gonna soften it into the hair. I think I'm gonna go ahead and put some dark here. And you can see I'm just using my stuff up, you know. Trying to get it dark. I know I'm gonna have it darker eventually more, but I want a good so I can see what I'm doing. Right now I'm having a hard time seeing. And you guys notice I flipped. It gives me a chance to, and I've also have a soft edge. I'm purposely doing a soft edge here. Maybe a different color there. Trying to look at how the movement is going. This also allows me to see exactly what's going on with that ear. I'm in the ugly stage again. I already know. I know, and it'll probably be pretty ugly, and that's okay. This is the time where I want to throw it away and say, oh my God, what was I thinking? I can't do this. I can't paint. Don't get excited. You know, so much of this resolve itself if you just finish it. If your line work was pretty good, your drawing was pretty good, a lot of it will resolve. And even if it does, that's okay too. It's just all practice. You don't know this guy. If he looks kind of like a funky with his eyes going weird and stuff, it's all good. It's just a practice. It's just for fun. And you should be able to laugh at yourself and it doesn't come out right. It's okay. I swear. Promise it's okay. When you're playing and you're playing with your brush, like you know I probably did, and I thought, what am I doing, man? Where's my head? I know better than that. So just drop that brush, blow it dry, and think about what you're doing. Like, subscribe, and ring that bell. You have a wonderful day, and I will see you next week. We finish up this gentleman. Have a nice one. Bye.